right? I thought I'd do something I haven't done in a long time. I do a long form video, so obviously normally I do my shorts. So one of my goals, obviously, next 6 months is to grow my YouTube channel. Obviously, this whole channel is based on my journey that I'm going through every step towards that home ownership. You know, that homeless to home ownership pathline. And it's been a crazy journey, man. Not gonna lie, man. Like at least today, I've got a trim that I got in Glasgow, so I'm not looking a bit too rough like my normal videos. But yeah, we move. So this video is gonna be in four topic sections. So I'm gonna go through currently my current adjustment. I'm gonna go through my why. Always gonna remind myself where I'm going and what my north star is. And then after that, I'm gonna go through exactly, my payday routine today. I'm gonna break down some numbers, and then lastly, after all that, what's next? What am I gonna do after? So yeah, man, like I don't know what even else to say, man. At this point, I've lost at least 14 jobs right now. So yeah, I'm just going to um right now talk about the Amazon job, right? Because it was crazy. I've been trying to work and trying to make money, and this is literally my 14th job that I've lost, right? And the reason why I lost the job, I can't even tell you the specific reason. I'm still waiting on that for now. But I'll just tell you the backstory, man. I was in London, 3 weeks on my cousin's sofa. I was like, I need to go back to Glasgow. I had no job. I literally had hardly any money. I literally just rustled up some jobs in London when I was there, but it wasn't enough. So anyway, my plan was always to come back. So I literally was on my laptop looking for jobs. I already done a video about the job that I lost when I came here. I was like, cool, but I had two options. I said, cool, if anything doesn't go well, I can have a backup. So what I done, I applied for two courier companies that franchise with Amazon. So Amazon, basically, if you're a self-employed driver, you work for a logistics company that manages the drivers and gives you vans and stuff. So essentially, all you need is a license. So I was like, cool. So this is like last month. So in December, I came back, done my training day with the other company, and then I tried to do two companies at once. You're not allowed to do that. So I just had to lock off one. I got paid for, I think, the 2 days I done with the guy, because you do 2 days with somebody. So after that, I ended up, you know, um, closing that and opening that account. But there was weeks in between. So anyway, long story short, again, I started training with these guys. Again, it's 2 days. So I done one day and I weren't ready. I'm not gonna lie. Like my driving in a van, I had to have a lot more practice. But they said they only give you 2 days with a driver. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to risk it. I was pressured. I wasn't even confident 100%. Turning vans in tight corners and stuff like that. You need to be aware of your surroundings and be able to maneuver and steer the right way, right? So anyway, once I done that, now I took a whole 3 weeks off, right? And in that 3 week period, I ended up obviously like not working, and I was just doing little jobs on the side, security jobs. But this job pays well. It pays about 130 a day. They take away maybe what £9 for VAT and 180 for the invoicing service they have, right? So if you're doing 4 days a week, that's almost £500 a week. Really good. So, but it's taxing. There's a lot of work. So for me, anyway, my situation is about getting income, right? So I'm trying my best. I'm doing everything I can. So anyway, long story short, I couldn't get to work because they haven't paid me, because the pay cycle takes weeks. And I'm ringing the manager saying, look, just give me an early advance or something. So long story short, they gave man the money, but like obviously it was way too late, so I couldn't get to work. I literally couldn't get there. It's like in 45 minutes from where I am now. So obviously the guy, there was no correlation in it. So the guy was not talking to the guy I was speaking to, so he just thought I didn't turn up. So long story short, I got paid, whatever, I ended up turning up. But then the guy messaged me and he was like, oh, can you work these days? I was like, yeah. Then he waited days. Remember, I need money. And then he waited days to reply after I said, yes, I can work. So I'm like, okay, I've been patient a couple of days. I'm like, you know what? I need to get onto this guy now. So I messaged him and I said, look, what's going on with this job, man? Like, why am I chasing you, whatever? And then he just fired back and be like, oh, well, I'm not going to recruit anymore. And then obviously, like, they removed me from these groups chats, and one of the guys blocked me. There's like two managers that manage in it, basically. So one of them blocked me, and one of them said they're not going to hire me. So I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? I'm Jerome, right? I'm resilient. I'm going to try and do it by any means necessary. So I said, cool. If these guys ain't going through, I'm going to go through to the office and go speak to somebody else. And that's what I done last week. I just rolled up unexpected. I told them my name because my account weren't blocked. So I said, cool. As long as my account ain't blocked, I'm just going to go there, tell them I can work. and didn't tell them the situation. I just said, look, my name's Jerome. I want to work. Bam, they put me straight on, right? So that was for a different person, completely different person. So long story short, I done my second training day with the guy. Everything was fine. Just need to be a bit more faster, because it's a hard job. Let's be honest. You got to go up and down stairs. You got parking type places, and even though they say you can't rush, you have to rush because you want to one go home, or two you want to make sure that you don't fail the route, so the logistics company doesn't lose money and bonuses, right? So there is pressure at the end of the day, and it takes a lot of energy out of you. So even though I would spend my days, on my day driving around nine, at least you're driving like 7 to 9 hours a day. That doesn't count going there. That doesn't count loading a van. That doesn't count bringing the van back and then going home again. Your whole day is gone. But it's a sacrifice you make for what you want to do. So anyway, long story short, man, like my day was alright. I ended up doing 2 days on my own last week, right? And I got through like my last package, like there's boxes or like loads of different packages. And then they sent someone to come help me. I was like, cool. Like I even told the guy the next day, like you didn't even need to do that. My man could have manged it out. But again, like I said, I think it's for the overall company and stuff like that. But they got to bear in mind, speed will come within weeks, not days. So I still got to get used to driving a vehicle. I only just started getting good at parking and reversing and stuff like that in the big van. It's massive. So my main thing anyway, that I'm glad that didn't happen. I didn't crash or the van. I didn't damage the van. I'm happy about that one. But anyway, once I got in, obviously the people that obviously blocked me or whatever before, they obviously found out because it's my name in it. So they're probably thinking, oh, how's this guy sneaking and getting the rotor, man? Like, what's going on? So this is just my paranoid brain. I just believe that they knew that I snuck past and bypassed them to get on the rotor and start working, right, through somebody else. So they probably got annoyed. But if there was correlation within your company, you would already know. And I wouldn't be able to even do that. But anyway, everything happens for a reason. And that money now I can use to pay my storage, which I've been overdue for 60 days. And that's gonna talk about in another video when I talk about numbers and money. But yeah, that's the adjustment I made, man. But that was a big part of my income, bruv. That was be like, out of all the 4 jobs that I've got, that job that I had, right, is easy barrier to entry, 1 to 2 weeks starting point, and then about maybe another 2 weeks to get your first payment, and then after that we're doing weekly. Perfect. But obviously, man, it's I don't know, man. I tried my best, bruv. I done the job well. One of my things again was one, to not crash the van, and two, not get help. I couldn't prevent that, man. Like, it's you basically, if you want to work, you got to have no break. And if you ain't planned to eat, you're not going to eat. No break. For me, the conditions are tough. Just to get 130, it's good. The money's good. Don't get me twisted. But, at the end of the day, man, it's gone now. It's done. You can't cry for spilled milk. But it's a large chunk of my income. Because if I took on 5 bills a week, that's 2 grand a month. You know what I mean? I could have been stacking that money. I could have paid off a lot of debts. It's tough. Now I'm back in survival mode. So the money I'm making can just about make me survive here. My living expenses every month is only £300, which is fine. But I need to make sure I'm saving towards what I'm doing and paying off my debts. Because my debts, man, they're killing my soul, bruv. Every day, every week. It's like I don't have the money. I only have just have enough money to live. So anyway, I've lost that now. And obviously, yeah, man, I'm just here now. And I'm just going to do another video about the next section. I'll see you on the other video.